Good morning. It was like 4:30 in the morning, but I haven't done a video since May the 3rd, so you got to get in when you fit in, I suppose. I'm tired. I've been watching y'all's videos and just haven't had the time, or I don't know. I guess I've had the time, I just hadn't got around to making these videos. Um, so this will probably be like a 20-30 minute video, and I apologize for that. We'll go ahead and get into it. I got in 3 of 3 from Trent Edwards. I should say 2 of 3. I sent these two, and he sent this one. And I like it because his player issued right there in the middle, which is pretty cool. And then his mom, out of all people, his mom wrote me an extremely long note that said basically, as a parent, you always love when people like their children as an athlete and all that. And she really liked when he was in Buffalo, and Buffalo fans were always really nice to her and her husband and Trent. So really cool letter. 2 of 2 from Tom Namina. Old school dude signing it in old school pen. So it's very hard to see on camera, but it's a lot easier in person. 2 of 2 from Ed Too Tall Jones, who does not charge to sign. Old Vikings linebacker Ray Berry. And I could take these out to show, kind of minimize, and that's terrible. To minimize the reflection, but I have so much stuff here. I'm trying to get the best for our time. Bruce Bochy signed 2 of 2. He signed this old player's card. And that one. So I really like both of them. I don't follow the Giants as much, but back in the day, like 2008 to probably 2012, man, I like lived, breathed, and shit freaking San Francisco Giants baseball. Which shitting it wasn't that hard, man. Excuse me, wasn't that easy. It wasn't that easy. But yeah, man, I freaking everything I did was about them dudes, because I lived in Lemoore, California, and their A-ball team was 2 hours away, 3 hours away. They were 3 hours away, and then their AAA team was like 40 minutes away from my house. So I like seeing Buster Posey, Madison Bumgarner, Brandon Crawford, all them dudes I seen come through Fresno, which was awesome. 1 of 1 from Archie Manning. He's always great TTM. So, and I love these Fleer. What are these? I know what they are, man. It's just that damn early. There it is. Greats of the game. I love these Greats of the game card. You don't have to prep them, and the autographs always show up amazing. 2 of 2 from Dick Scruff. Signing in pin. 3 of 3. Well, shoot. I'm going to have to show this one because I didn't set it up. 3 of 3 from one of the most manliest names of all time. That's old Tom Beer right there. That's Tom Beer. So, really cool. 2 of 2 from Steelers guard Gary Mullins. He signed like in a fine tip Sharpie. Where is it? There it is. And in person, it actually shows up a lot better than that, but it is what it is. Pat Studstill. I've been getting a fair amount of these old school cards, man. Ken Noonan, he was on the Dolphins team that went 17-0, and he inscribed 17-0. And this one should show up a little better. So, really cool. John, I'm going to jack this up. John Offerdale. old fan favorite back here for you Dolphins fans. I'm sure old Brad knows this gentleman. Maybe not knows him, but knows of him. I was happy to get this one. Jim Langer, he's Dolphins Hall of Famer, and he inscribed Dolphins, or excuse me, Hall of Fame '87. Dude, I am freaking out of it, man. I'm like stuttering Stanley getting through this damn video. Oh my gosh. I'm signing 3 of 3 Bill Mass. Two from Eric Williams. This was cool because I never do hockey, but I figured since he was a Hall of Famer, I'd get a couple cards and send it to him. Bill Barber, Philadelphia Flyers, what is it, left wingman, and he inscribed it in Hall of Fame. So really happy with that return. I'm hurrying. Sign in 3 of, what is that? Oh, fuck, I'm not doing the math. Jeff George, he signed these 3 cards. Very nice. He wrote, inscribed Garrett on all of them, God bless, and then signed him Jeff George. So really cool. And then he sent me this. It's like a little personal card. And on the back it says, be confident, always give 110%, best wishes, Jeff George. So I think that's kind of like he signed like a ton of these just like this in advance, because I've seen a lot of people get that. And then he wrote like a little note. There you go. You could pause if you'd like. Let's see. Yesterday, the Pensacola Wahoos, the AA team to the AA team to the Cincinnati Reds. There we go. And I apologize for this. I'm like out of it. In my head, I seen the Cincinnati Reds logo, and I was about to say Cleveland Indians. AA team to the Cincinnati Reds. They were playing the Mississippi Braves. Which any of y'all that are big prospectors or maybe big Braves fans or anything like that know that Dansby Swanson is on the Braves, Mississippi Braves right now. So I took me and my two oldest boys, my 12-year-old and 5-year-old, to the game to get Dansby Swanson's autograph, because he's a one per person when he does sign. And when we got there, he was taking communion in the dugout, him and some other gentlemen. So when you see stuff like that, obviously you'd be extremely polite and don't wave or smile or let him do his thing, man. So when they got done, and they got done with their prayer, at the very end, he started walking past us. And AA, man, if you can't get an autograph in AA, that's because they don't want to sign for you. It's extremely easy to get autographs here. So he was walking by, and my 5-year-old was like, Dansby? So he was like, kind of like put his head up. He was like, ah. And so he like walked over to us and signed his card, my son's card, and then kind of got bombarded by like 10 or 15 guys, which that's a lot for AA, by the way, for any of you big time major league autographers. But he signed for everybody. And then I was told after the fact that he rarely, and I don't know if this is true or not, but that he doesn't sign before the game, but that the night before he stayed for 45 minutes after the game signing autographs, signing doubles, triples. Basically, he didn't walk away till no one wanted a signature. He did it after the game in the stadium, and then he did it as he was outside of the stadium waiting for a taxi. But here's what we got. 3 of 3. This is chrome refractor, number to 150. And this is a chrome refractor number to 250. And a little Bowman Scouts card. So this is for trade, and the other two I plan on keeping. Hopefully he turns out to the hype that everyone thinks he's going to be. So from here on out, you might see guys that I've gotten multiple times. There's kind of a reason for that. It's an extremely selfish reason. But some of these guys are really good signers, and they're really old. So you kind of put those two together, and you kind of see where I'm going. But here's one that I was so excited about, and I've already tried to find another quality football card of his to send off, and I can't find them. And I paid like $11 for this one, which is flipping ridiculous for a base card. Like, kind of makes me sick to my stomach knowing I paid that. But Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. So this card will end up being submitted to PSA DNA for slab and authenticity. There we go. I'm starting to wake up. I was able to say it. I'm super happy to get this one back. He's really good through the mail. And then he sent a Cowboys Draft Day magazine. So my SASE came back inside this big manila folder with the magazine, which was unsigned, but it was cool nonetheless. Next, Vikings fan favorite for sure, Jim Marshall. Mercury Morris. Like, people can't even say Mercury Morris's name without me thinking of that when he said, not on, what did he say, not in my town, not on my block, not on my street. Joe Theismann. This is my first time getting Joe Theismann, so I thought that was really cool. Now this is kind of a different one. I sent Mr. Ron Wolf a index card. I've sent to him a couple times. I sent him an index card, and so he sent me this in return. He didn't sign an index card, but he sent that, and 3 of these. So I was like, man, that's really cool. Well, if you remember my video in the past, I had a custom made of him, and so when I got those customs in, I sent those to him as well. And so he signed, I sent 2, so he signed both of them and signed them beautifully in the correct spot. So I was really happy with that. And then he sent 2 more of those. So a total of 5 of these suckers. So needless to say, I don't need 5. So if you were into Hall of Fame autographs or anything like that, Ron Wolf would be a good one to have. And I'll just trade it to you for something simple and easy. I don't need 5. First time getting this guy back. A lot of people were getting him back last week. Y.A. Tittle and the inscribed Hall of Fame 71, 2 of 2. I was so happy to get this card, or get this autograph back. I just wish I would have freaking paid the extra money for like the old school, like original football cards of his, because that's kind of how my project is lined out. Signing 2 of 2, but there's a story behind it. My custom of Tony Dungy. So he signed this one beautifully. The other one he signed here, and he signed up here. So there's a guy in the YouTube Facebook group that makes custom cards. He made this custom card, and he does an amazing job. So I sent him that card and asked him if he could make a cut signature card of just this portion. And he charged $11, which is freaking amazing to me. And I've already seen what he did with it, and it looks spectacular. I mean, like Panini quality, Topps quality. So it's amazing. I sent these 2 to Mr. Tom Mack, inscribed Hall of Fame 99, and then him, being just a nice gentleman, sent me these two just for fun. So that is awesome. I'm starting to really dig these freaking Hall of Fame, I'm going to call them postcards. I sent to this gentleman a lot. This was one of the ones I said that he's kind of getting up there in age, and his signature is beautiful, and it turned out amazing on this Dick LeBeau on a goal line card. Ooh, get my fat fingers out of the way. So look at that thing, man. Amazing looking. Coming down to the end. I thought this was a freak return. I sent to him and I couldn't believe it. 2 of 2 from Rob Gronkowski. Yes, 2 of 2 from Rob Gronkowski, and he wrote on my top loader and says, "Thank you for your service, Rob Gronkowski." So technically 3 autographs, but I don't know what you're going to do with a semi-rigid holder. I'm signing 2 of 2. He lives right up the street, about 30 minutes away. Newly inducted Hall of Famer Kevin Green, and he inscribed Hall of Fame 16. Man, I'm trying to figure out which way to go on this camera. There we go. So awesome return. I've heard he's extremely hard to get TTM. Sent to him one time and got it back within like 10 days. Speaking of guys that are ridiculously hard to get via TTM, another Hall of Famer, Marvin Harrison. I don't know what is up with this autograph. I think it's like, I don't know, it looks like my damn 2-year-old did that. But this is kind of more like his signature. I wish he would have signed in Sharpie, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers. So really happy with that. And then this one, in my opinion, out of this video, the Rob Gronkowski is freaking huge. The Kevin Green is huge, and this one is right up there with those two. I hadn't seen a return from this guy in years, but thought I would just send it out there, and I got it back like within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. But Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. Come on, camera. So, well, we don't want to focus. But that was freaking awesome return. So I got a couple more minutes. So I have like 150 TTMs in the other room that are done. I have stamps on them, letters in them, and I'm sending them out, about 10 of them per day. And there's some huge ones in there. Tom Brady. God dang, there's so many names. I can't even think of them all right now, but there's some huge ones in there. If you're new into the TTM game, I wouldn't suggest doing that, because the odds of me getting these huge ones back is really next to none. It's a shot in the dark. So if you're new and you're one of the young men or women that watch my channel, I'd say under 16, and you don't have income flowing in on a regular basis, because stamps cost money. A TTM is about $1, because it's a stamp there, stamp there, stamp there, stamp back. That's about $1. So to be throwing dollars away left and right, and you don't have income coming in, can be kind of rough. So watch videos like mine and see what people are getting back, and send to those people, because hey, if they sign for one person, they might sign for me. If you hadn't seen a return from Odell Beckham Jr., and you've looked everywhere, all over YouTube, and you're in different groups, well, Odell Beckham Jr. probably doesn't sign TTM. So that's kind of like my tip of the video. I did get in some cleats last week, so if you're in any of the groups I'm in, you definitely see them, because I was ecstatic about them. I was so freaking happy. I don't even want to say who it was, but it was probably a Texans alumni, and these cleats definitely fit in more than one of my PC. Not defense for once. So that's that. Sorry for the long video. Sorry that I was stuttering all over the place and sounding like an idiot. It is, what, now 4:54 in the morning. And I started this video literally like 5 minutes after I woke up, so you'll have to bear with me. But I have to get these videos out to y'all when I can. So hopefully the next time won't be almost 3 weeks from now. But until next time, adios. Be safe. Peace out.